They consist of members or stakeholders of Nepal cricket. They will be taken from the government, the National Sporting Council, but also members of the cricket community of Nepal cricket. We still have to finalize the names of that group, so I'm not in a position to announce the group today. And we also need to just draft, I've given you in very broad summary, the mandate of the advisory group, but we need to put it all and document it in a terms of reference, and that will be announced hopefully within the next 2 weeks or so. First of all, I'm certainly hopeful that it will be a lot quicker than 2 to 3 years, and certainly the ICC board's plan is to try and get everything sorted by June 2017. I think it is, having spoken to the National Sports Council, spoken to the Prime Minister, spoken to various stakeholders of Nepal cricket, including the currently elected body and members of the ad-hoc committee, I think that a much shorter time frame is possible. In the meantime, ICC is determined to make sure that the Nepal cricket team and the players in Nepal don't suffer, and that's not only the national team but also the under-19 team and the women's cricket team. So we will be working together with people in Nepal cricket, at Nepal cricket, to make sure that the preparations are not hampered in any way, and that the team can attend these, participate in these various competitions without being duly disadvantaged. Certainly, I will be keeping a keen eye on matters. We're also in the process of appointing our new Global Development Manager. Tim Anderson, as you might know, has resigned from that position, gone back to Australia, and although he's helping us with Project USA and a couple of other projects, we will shortly be in a position to hopefully announce a replacement for Tim. He will obviously be overseeing the project, but on a hands-on basis, Amar Sheikh, who's been with the ICC for a number of years now and who knows the Nepal cricket situation really well, he will be directly overseeing from an ICC perspective what happens over the next few months. Yes, in fact, it will be discussed at the October meetings. The full members are also getting together over the next few days in Dubai to further progress discussions. As you would have seen from the media, you're quite correct. The proposal for a 2-tier test system hasn't been universally accepted, but I think there's still a lot of discussions to be had on that subject. I think what we're trying to at least put in place in the longer term, if not in the short term, is an opportunity for countries like Nepal, like Afghanistan, like Ireland, that if they are good enough, they can, through their performances, earn a place at the top table and play against the full members in Test cricket if they so wish. At the moment, we don't really have a way of countries coming through the ranks at this stage. If they win the Intercontinental Cup, that's it. That's the end of the matter. They can't progress from there. And we want to try and change that and put in place a cricket structure that rewards performance and is based on merit. Well, the advisory group needs to do a lot of work to... essentially, the reason for the suspension is the fact that under our constitution, under the ICC's constitution, a member must hold free and fair elections, and there shouldn't be any government interference, and that is a grounds for suspending a member. And it's on that basis that Nepal has been suspended. So what we need to do is put in place a constitution that everybody, that the whole cricket community accepts, that complies with the relevant legislation in Nepal, which is basically gives the authority to the National Sports Council. We need to make sure that they are happy and that any constitution would comply with their requirements. And once that's in place, then hopefully, if the elections are held under that revised constitution, everyone will be happy. There will be no need for any government interference, and the ICC can reinstate Nepal. Well, the point is we weren't 100% certain as to when that court decision will come. We're not trying to interfere with the court's process. It can decide, what it decides, and we'd have to abide by any decision of the court. And we're not trying to go against what the court is saying or what anybody's saying, quite frankly. What we do acknowledge, though, is that if cricket is going to develop on a sustainable basis, we need the whole community to be behind the governing body that is running the cricket. And it's for that purpose that we want to get everyone together and come up with a constitution that everybody supports. ball cricket remains suspended. Those funds will also similarly remain suspended, but they are kept separate from anything else. They are there for the purposes of making sure that Nepal cricket survives in this interim period, and they will be used to facilitate the preparation of the Nepal national teams, as I said, women's teams, men's teams and under 19 level. That's not only in respect of paying for training camps, but also we acknowledge that there will be work done necessarily by ground staff and other people to keep things going in this interim period, and the funds will be used for that purpose. The ICC will facilitate the working of the advisory group, because the word advisory is actually relevant. Essentially, we need to get the views of the different stakeholders, and we've heard one gentleman already talking about the views of players who are playing at the various clubs or regional teams, etc. And once we have those on board, we will hopefully be able to make recommendations to the advisory group as to what might be a constitution that is perfect for Nepalese cricket conditions. And once that's in place, then hopefully you'll have in place a board that you can trust to run cricket properly, and then leading from that an infrastructure that can be put in place to permanently run cricket, no matter who's in power as far as the government is concerned. I think that ideally would be the end result. We find that having a permanent staffing infrastructure in place, all cricket teams, all cricket boards that have been successful have that in place, so that you're not relying on volunteers having to give up their time. You have professionals running the game, but always on the direction given by the board.